Imagine for a moment that the rapture is coming. Not someday in some undefined future, but today. Picture the scene. Everything seems normal, and then suddenly, just like that, you're caught up in an instant. No warning, no preparation. You find yourself in the presence of Jesus Christ, the Lord you faithfully served. Now, how would you feel? Overwhelmed with joy, surprised, or maybe confused and unprepared? What if Jesus Christ wants to catch you off guard? That might sound scary, and that's why many imagine the rapture as a sudden, unexpected event, like lightning flashing across the night sky. But what if this common belief is precisely what keeps so many people spiritually blind? What if Jesus Christ never intended for us to walk into this event unaware? The truth is unsettling. He didn't hide the rapture's sequence. He spoke it clearly in his own words. His prophetic timeline is buried in mystery. It's been there in plain sight all along, written in red letters across Matthew 24, Luke 17, and Luke 21. But only a few are watching closely enough to notice. While the world chases after wars, famines, and collapsing systems, few are paying attention to what Jesus himself actually said. He wasn't speaking to stir fear. He was preparing a specific type of disciple, the one willing to stay awake, alert, and faithful. So join me on a journey through these scriptures. Together, we'll unravel Jesus' prophetic roadmap. By the end of this video, you'll understand why only a select few truly comprehend the timing of the rapture. This knowledge isn't for the many, but for the few who dare to seek the deeper truth. Are you among the few? Let's find out. Think of Matthew 24 and Luke 21 like a prophetic map. The problem isn't that the map is missing. It is that most never take the time to study the route. In Luke 21, Jesus gives subtle order. When you see these things happening, he wasn't being poetic. He was piecing together a divine puzzle. Confusion is inevitable. Distraction is, and that's the danger of our time. Many are holding the Bible in their hands, yet still living blind to what's unfolding. They skim over the signs as if they were mere poetry, but in reality, they're directions. Why the timeline matters. Jesus knew something about human nature. He knew that casual listeners wouldn't search deeper. That's why his words weren't designed to confuse, but to filter. The true disciple compares, prays, meditates, and discerns. If you treat Matthew 24 like a piece of beautiful literature instead of a divine sequence, you'll miss the signal. And missing it isn't just unfortunate, it's deadly. Because the timeline isn't about guessing world events. It's about measuring your own heart. Prophetic sequence unveiled. So, what exactly did Jesus reveal? First comes deception. Subtle, seductive, camouflaged as light. Then comes the chilling of love. Hearts grow cold, faith grows shallow. Then comes separation. A quiet dividing line, not of denominations, but of devotion. And finally, the rapture. But here's the danger. If you ignore the earlier stages, the final moment won't just surprise you. It could leave you behind. It's like watching the last 5 minutes of a mystery film without ever seeing the buildup. You'll miss the meaning of the ending. Where are we now? So, where are we right now on God's prophetic clock? Look around. Deception, incoming. It's already here. Not just in cult leaders or false prophets in robes, but in popular culture, on stages, on screens, even in pulpits. The gospel has been twisted into something unrecognizable. Next, Jesus warned, because iniquity will abound, the love of many will grow cold. Matthew 24:12. If that doesn't describe our generation, what does? Empathy mocked as weakness, outrage celebrated as strength, churches divided, doctrines diluted, spiritual frostbite spreading everywhere. This isn't just global news, it's personal. It's happening in homes, in hearts, in hidden places. The silence of once burning altars is deafening. And yet, for the watchful, this is not just a dark moment, it's defining. The timeline has already moved forward. We are not at the beginning, we're in the phase of division, the separation of hearts right now. A quiet dividing line is being drawn. Not in politics, not in denominations, in the soul. Some are waking up, fasting, repenting, seeking God with urgency they can't explain. Others are drifting further, comfortable in distraction, lulled to sleep by entertainment and routine. One believer trembles at God's word, while another laughs it off. One burns with conviction, while another shrugs in indifference. That's not coincidence, that's prophetic alignment unfolding. And those who are awake, those who feel the urgency, they're not waiting for a trumpet blast. They're already living like they can hear it in the distance. Jesus warned in Luke 21:34 that the end will come like a trap, sudden, inescapable, not because there were no warnings, but because hearts were weighed down with distraction. Think about it. How many live spiritually asleep, busy, distracted, chasing comfort? And then they'll say, "I didn't see this coming." But Jesus told us exactly how it would come. Whoever fails to see the order is already behind on heaven's clock. The timeline wasn't given so we could play guessing games. It was given so we wouldn't be deceived. Prophetic time equals seasons, not dates. Here's something important. Prophetic time doesn't look like a human calendar. It looks like seasons. You don't know the exact day winter begins, but you feel the chill in the air. Likewise, you don't know the date of the rapture, but you can sense the atmosphere shifting. Deception, division, cold love, spiritual apathy, these are not coming events, they're present realities, which means we are already closer to the final stage than most people want to admit. What must we do now? So, what should our response be? Not speculation, not fear, preparation. The prophetic timeline isn't just about world events. It's about the condition of your heart. Every stage Jesus described isn't only global, it's personal. Deception happens in hearts, cold love happens in relationships, division happens in priorities, and the rapture will also be personal, a separation of the prepared from the unprepared. So ask yourself honestly, where are you on that timeline? Are you awake, or thus functioning, spiritually sharp, or just coasting through church and routine prayers? The timeline reveals posture, not just prophecy. Closing challenge: the real tragedy won't be missing signs. It will be missing the invitation behind them. Stage by stage, Jesus laid out a prophetic map. We are already deep into that sequence. And the question ain't whether the timeline is real. The question is, does your life match it? So where do you stand? Are you a spectator? Or are you awake? If this message stirred something in you, don't ignore it. Declare your faith. Write in the comments, "I'm watching," and let your wake-up call become someone else's, because the end isn't just coming, it's already unfolding. Now watch another video from our channel. Beware of false prophets, or click another video from our channel.